It's time for you here to hear the message as graduates, the message that you will take as you graduate from the university. And we specially selected an individual who had made a strong difference for us, for our university. Of course, I've been given a script to read about our governor, but I don't need it, because I was there with him 2011 when this school was threatened to be closed, or merged with UNO. We took a tour to the legislature, and he invited me to the 3rd floor of the Capitol. We spent 15 minutes. That was 15 minutes that saved this institution. He was then the head of the Democratic Caucus. He looked me in the eyes and told me he was with Suno and still with Suno. Not only that, he stood with us through the legislation. At the committee meetings, he asked for information we gave to him that he used to ask important questions about Southern University of New Orleans. At the end of the day, he was the one that was called when the other side threw in the towel. We cannot fight this fight anymore. You win. He was the one that got the message for us. And since then, he's been visiting Suno, even before he became governor. You must have seen him around the campus. He came and talked to our faculty members. He came to the Bayou Classic. He talked to our students. He was a friend of Suno before he became governor. So this is not new to him. So as soon as he became governor, I said, Governor, you know what you got to do. He said, yeah, I know, Victor. I said, you got to come and talk to our graduates. But since he became governor, you have been seeing what he's been doing. The challenge of the state. When he got to the governor's office, he ran into a major challenge dealing with our finances. We all are Louisianans. We all read the news. We all listen to television. You know what he's been going through. He needs our prayers to allow him to continue to deal with this financial crisis so that the state can be lifted up to the Lord. So, not to continue this accolades to the governor, because I'm sure he's going to tell me to sit down, but I want you to give him a warm round of applause as he comes and give you a message today on what challenges you take to you as you move towards after graduation. So please help me welcome the governor of our great state of Louisiana to come to the podium.
Thank you. Thank you, members of the class of 2016, Chancellor Ukpolo, President Belton, faculty, parents, friends. It's an honor to share this day of celebration with you. And Dr. Ukpolo, my friend, thank you for your exemplary service to the Southern University at New Orleans and to the state of Louisiana under some of the most difficult circumstances imaginable over the last 10 years. Donna and I and the state of Louisiana wish you well in your future endeavors. And while I'm here, I want to issue an official statement in the name and by the authority of the state of Louisiana. Specifically, I, John Bell Edwards, together with the citizens of this great state, do hereby give special recognition to Dr. Victor Ukpolo, Chancellor, in acknowledgement of your leadership and dedicated service to Southern University New Orleans and the Southern University system from 2006 to 2016, and in witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand officially and caused to be affixed the great seal of the state of Louisiana at the Capitol in the city of Baton Rouge on the 7th day of May, 2016. And I've signed this, and I want to give this to you, Dr. Ukpolo, as a sign of appreciation of the great state of Louisiana for you. Before I go any further, our invocation today mentioned ordering our steps, and so did that musical selection. And God will order our steps if we ask Him to, and He will order our steps in His Word, but we still have to move our feet. We all have to move our feet. You're going to get an opportunity here as you leave as graduates to move your feet if you've never done before. So congratulations, it's a great day. I'm happy to be here to celebrate with you. And hard, we smelled like a lot of dirty sheep, and the speaker spoke way too long. And I'm sure he gave a good speech, and in fact, it was the Vice President George Bush who 7 months later became president, but I still don't remember much of it. So I'm not going to keep you long today. And in fact, I'm told that one time Dr. Seuss gave a commencement speech. He got up and he said that the purpose of education is to determine fluff from stuff, and having said that, I've said enough. And he sat down. I'm not going to be that brief, and I'm not going to be that eloquent. To all the moms out here, tomorrow is your day, but today is your day too. You have supported these graduates through good times and bad times. You've encouraged them to chase their dreams, and today they're catching one of those dreams. You've watched them grow into the men and women who are receiving their diplomas today. So thank you, moms. And while we're at it, thank you, dads and aunts and uncles and grandparents, because it truly takes a family. It takes a support structure to make sure that our children can be successful. I know you are proud, and I am proud as well. Most importantly, I want to congratulate the class of 2016. Your hard work has paid off. I know some of you have faced even more challenges, lots of challenges to get to this day. Many of you are not traditional higher education students. Maybe you weren't a full-time student when you started. Maybe you were never a full-time student. Maybe you've had to work a job, raise children. Maybe you were displaced by a storm. Maybe you just started later in life for whatever reason. But just look at where you are today. Life may have gotten in the way, but it didn't keep you down. So just take a moment, because today is a day of great celebration. You're going to be busy, but just take a moment and think back, contemplate, and thank God for the blessings in your life that have allowed you to reach this point. Thank Him for your family. Thank Him for your teachers. Thank Him for the faculty and the staff here at Suno. Most of all, just thank Him. Now, no matter how you got here or how long it took, you will walk out of these doors today following in the footsteps of a long history of trailblazing knights. You represent a new chapter in Suno's enduring legacy. It's been 10 years since the university returned to New Orleans after being displaced to Baton Rouge in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. Dr. Ukpolo has led this university every step of the way. And I know that recovery wasn't easy, and it certainly wasn't quick. In fact, it's only been 2 years since the last FEMA trailers were moved off of this campus. I've been to this campus about 5 times now. The progress has been remarkable. But those things are just buildings. The real progress has been with you, the people at Southern University of New Orleans. And what's most important is you never gave up. You didn't give up on your school. You didn't give up on your education. And I can promise you this, as your governor, I'm not going to give up on you. I'm not going to give up on Southern, and I'm not going to give up on Suno either. I have long believed that Suno is too important not to fight for. And when there were threats of closures in the Southern University system, I stood up to defend this university's important place in this community and in our state. I know that there is a vital role now and in the future for a public HBCU in New Orleans, and that is your role, Suno. Suggestions to the contrary are incomprehensible to me. Your education is not just your priority, it's mine. It's a priority for everybody in the state of Louisiana. Despite the roadblocks along the way, Suno has experienced tremendous growth through new and renovated buildings, steadily climbing enrollment, and one-of-a-kind programs such as the Forensic Science Program and the Honorary Center for Undergraduate Student Achievement. Named for a Louisiana hero, an American hero, and a Southern University graduate, Lieutenant General Russell L. Honorary. Eventually, the FEMA trailers disappeared, and in their place, the Small Business Incubator Center was built. If that isn't resilience, I don't know what resilience is. In addition to representing a new chapter for Suno, you also represent a new chapter for the great state of Louisiana. One I hope that is also resilient, one that I know is resilient as well. And there's no doubt we have challenges to overcome. We're still dealing with the largest budget deficit in the history of our state. We've seen the largest cuts to higher education in the nation over the last 8 years, and at the same time, the highest increases in tuition in the nation over the last 8 years. We continue to have the highest incarceration rate in the nation, and we should not. The people in Louisiana are not innately more sinister, more criminal than people elsewhere, and we shouldn't put them in prison to a greater extent than the rest of the country. So while I'm very frank about the challenges we face as a state, I want you to know that I am also genuinely optimistic about the future of Louisiana. And that is largely because of the bright individuals seated in these seats right in front of me. You know, we can never and should never guarantee equality of outcomes in our state, but we must guarantee equality of opportunity. And access to quality higher education is an opportunity, and your graduation today presents another. And I want to focus for a minute on Samuel Ukpolo, graduating today. In addition to having the highest grade point average in his class, Samuel has been working part-time for the past 3 years as a research assistant at the Louisiana Cancer Research Center. Because of his passion for life-saving research, he has decided to continue this work before starting a joint MD, PhD program next year at the LSU Health Sciences Center. Thank you, Samuel. I am delighted that you plan on staying here in Louisiana because we need you here. In fact, we need all of you here. Too many times I've seen the young people of our state think that they might have to leave to get a great education or have a good job or a rewarding career. Nothing could be further from the truth. Opportunity, great opportunity awaits you right here in Louisiana. Just look at Suno alumnus Orlando Williams. The same year that Suno returned home to New Orleans, Orlando graduated with her master's after also receiving her undergraduate education here at Suno. She went on to be the first woman to serve as chair of Terrebonne Parish Council and the youngest person ever elected president of the Louisiana Police Jury Association's Black Caucus. So never underestimate the power that you have to make a real difference. Your talents and your fresh ideas can forge a new and better path for Louisiana. Never underestimate the power that you have to make a real difference. Your talents and your fresh ideas can forge a new and better path for Louisiana. And a determined spirit is one of the greatest gifts you can take away from Suno. It's the kind of determination that will give Louisiana a better and brighter future, but it will also help you as you enter this new chapter in your own life. And while I am confident that you're leaving here with the tools needed to be successful, I cannot promise you that it's going to be easy. The test of school may be behind you, but there will always be tests in life, and many of them will be harder. And even when it may seem impossible, never ever doubt your abilities to succeed. And don't let anyone convince you that you cannot be successful. So dream big, chase that dream and catch it. I'm speaking to you today as the 56th governor of the great state of Louisiana. And had I listened to the experts, the political pundits, the naysayers, I would have never run for this office because I wasn't supposed to win. So when I tell you, you can do anything, trust me, you can do it. If you can dream it, if you can chase it, you'll catch it. So I hope you leave here today, not only with a quality education, but with determination to make a positive difference, not just in your life, and not just in the life of your family, but in your community, in your state, and in this world in which we live. Congratulations, graduates, and God bless each and every one of you.
Governor, we want you to come back. We have something for you, Rebelton and I. And it reads, John Bell Edwards, Governor of the great state of Louisiana, Commencement Speaker, Saturday, May 7, 2016, Southern University of New Orleans, Victor Ukpolo, Chancellor.
Thank you very much.
For all your hard work, Governor, we believe that your accomplishment from your work as a young military officer, from what you did as the head of the Democratic Black Caucus, and now Governor, we would like to confer on you an honorary doctorate degree. So we'll come forward. We want to make you Dr. John Bell Edwards. Dr. Adeboye, would you please do the honors?
Good evening. A list of accomplishments for Governor John Bell Edwards appears in this year's commencement program. Outstanding accomplishments worthy of the honor are as follows. This list graduate of the prestigious United States Military Academy at West Point, national service as an airborne ranger in the U.S. Army, culminating with the command of a rifle company in the 82nd Airborne Division at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, Order of the Gulf, graduate at LSU, Von M. Harvard Law Center, Louisiana State Representative for several years. For Governor John Bell Edwards, exemplary public service and special words of appreciation and accomplishment previously expressed by the Chancellor, upon the authority vested on the Chancellor by the President of the Southern University System and the Board of Supervisors of the Southern University System, and upon the certification and recommendations of the Faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences, it is with pleasure that I confer upon attaining thereunto.
Congratulations, Dr. John Bell Edwards. We will now have another musical selection by the Voices of Suno. Thank you.
Can we make some noise in this house for the graduating class of 2016? Make some noise in this house for the class of 2016. I want you to do me a favor. Look at your neighbor to your left and to your right and say, be blessed. Tell them again, be blessed. This song we get ready to sing to you, musicians, is simply a song of encouragement, a song of prophecy. We're here to tell you we see you in the future doing great things. We see you in the future living a blessed life. We see you in the future giving God the glory. If you believe you're somebody, say yeah. Let me get the minister to help me sing it, if you will. Frustrated too. Let me encourage you today. Let me speak life. Oh, to see you through. Oh my. To pray for you. Oh, I know we got to Can I get a witness today? I pray for you. You pray for me. And watch God. Won't it change things? Won't it change things? You gotta pray for me. You gotta pray for me. Get on your knees and call on Him. Won't it change things? Won't it change things? Ah! You pray for me. Watch God. Prayer after the fall. Prayer will bring you through. Oh, yeah. You gotta pray for me. Come on, clap your hands if you feel it. Won't it change things? Won't it change things? Ah! I gotta keep on praying. Keep on fasting. Keep on believing. And watch God do it. Won't He do it? Won't He do it? Ah! You. Won't He make a way? Won't He make a way? Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? I pray for you. You. Wait, hold on. Come here, Sam. I want your top graduate to come help me say it if you will. Come here, Sam. Why don't you go over there and get that trumpet for me, man? What you say on the trumpet?
Thank you. Thanks again. The voices of Suno.